Hey there, everyone. It's Gigi's Sober Son. January 5th. Have I turned to a higher power for help? Do I believe that each man or woman I see in AA is a demonstration of the power of God to change a human being from a drunkard into a sober, useful citizen? Do I believe that this higher power can keep me from drinking? Am I living one day at a time? Do I ask God to give me the power to stay sober for each 24 hours? Do I attend AA meetings regularly? And this morning at my home group, I have a home group. I don't have an active sponsor right now, unfortunately, and I need your prayers and thoughts and God's guidance to get engaged with an active sponsor. It's not, I do share with people, and I have fellow travelers kind of thing, is what the Adult Children of Alcoholics program refers to it as. And I have a therapist that I see weekly, but it's important to have someone that I contact on a regular basis that is really kind of looking out for me, and also to work the steps as needed again. But anyway, this morning this basic topic came up, and what came to mind was the and I think he was an admitted member of Alcoholics Anonymous, so I'm not sort of breaking his anonymity, and I can't think of it. John Bradshaw wrote a book called Healing the Shame That Binds You, and I can't remember what the subject was that he was talking about, but he talked about like avoiding certain behaviors, and it being akin to trying to hold a beach ball underwater. And I can so relate to that, like trying to, because if you've ever tried it, it's pretty difficult anyway. And, you might be able to do it, but it's a struggle. And if you manage to do it for any length of time and your hand slips or something like that, it's going to come shooting out of the water. It's not going to just gently float to the surface. And the higher power aspect of it is, to be able to basically, the higher power deflates the beach ball. So you don't need to struggle. And I love that image, because it's a simple one. And I do attend AA meetings regularly. I attend other, like I said, ACA, Adult Children Anonymous meetings as well. And, to deal with the fact that I grew up in an alcoholic household, And I did see my dad have periods of abstinence from alcohol, but it was dry. It was dry drunk, He's restless, irritable, and discontented, as it talks about in the doctor's opinion, in the Roman numerals prior to that are in the book before chapter 1, Bill's story. And it's really helpful to go through there and see that, read about how the doctor identified the phenomenon of craving in alcoholics and stuff like that. But it's really important to rely on that higher power, not just to keep me from drinking, but to keep me at, having a certain amount of serenity, to be sober and happy about it, to have a life beyond my wildest dreams, as they told me in the early days. And I thought they were just going a little over the top with the sales pitch, But I've experienced it myself, that it is a life beyond my wildest dreams. Meditation for the day. I believe that God's presence brings peace, and that peace, like a quiet flowing river, will cleanse all irritants away. In these quiet times, God will teach me how to rest my nerves. I will not be afraid. I will learn how to relax. When I am relaxed, God's strength will flow into me. I will be at peace. And I've noticed today, like, these days, I could have something going in the background all the time, It's like, I remember the time when I had a car, and I let my daughter, when she was tiny, play in the car, and she shoved, back then it was cassette decks, she shoved some coins into the cassette deck, and it shorted out the radio, so I couldn't listen to the radio. And so I was kind of forced to meditate on, not, it wasn't intentional, but it was, it wasn't intentional meditation, but that's what it amounted to be. I would put my hands at 10 and 2 on the steering wheel and just focus on feeling my hands, and focus on the silence. And it was good. And it was one of the more serene times in my life. And now, you can have podcasts going, videos, YouTube videos going and whatnot, and never have to be in silence. You could, it's a good thing gone overload, really, because you can have spiritual, you can have this video, you can have, anything you want, basically, going 24/7, but it never leaves you alone with your thoughts, kind of thing. So it's important to set aside time, whether it's even just switching off the radio, and that's what I did today. I just turned off the music on my drive back from dropping my son off at the airport. And the quiet times are really what cuts through the noise. Obviously, that sounds a little oversimplified, but it's true. Prayer for the day. I pray that peace, which passes all understanding. I pray for that peace which passes all understanding. I pray for that peace which the world can neither give nor take away. So true. Only God as you understand God. As you understand God. It's a personal relationship with the spirit of the universe, the divine wisdom, the universal mind, the unified field, whatever you want to call it. Keep coming back. It works when we work it. Chin up. Aim up. Rise up. Love y'all.